Alright guys, today is a bit of a different video. I kind of want to go in deep today. Not like anything personal, well kinda, but it's not like anything like horrifically personal, so you won't be weirded out in this video. But I really just want to get something off my chest and just explain a few things to you guys. Because there's a lot of you out there and I want to be more specific on certain things, on puppets and all that good stuff. So, hello, my artistic enchiladas. This is Super Smash Productions here, and welcome to the reason why I make puppets. Now, this isn't gonna be like a documentary. I'm not gonna show you like the history of my channel and explain why I make these things. I'm just gonna be a little lazy, or not at all, and just like have these guys sit in front of the camera while I babble on for a few minutes. So, if you guys have been around for my channel for since the beginning, it's been active for at least half a decade, I want to say, or less than that. Basically, I'm saying it's been a long time since I started this YouTube channel. And my, how far we've come. I have been, like, I've probably almost experienced it all. I've experienced, like, growth, death, like my channel, I remember back when my channel first got its first official comment from someone, a stranger on the internet, rather than my friends. Not an insult, I'm just saying. I still remember when I first hit 100 subscribers. That was like the happiest moment of my channel, and honestly, it still is. And I remember back when I first uploaded my first video, which, fun fact about that, that actually wasn't a first video, or that actually wasn't like the intended video. That was just a random video on my camera roll, and I just posted it to YouTube one day, and I just thought it would be funny because it was actually a mini part of a whole video, which is now lost media. But I'll probably remake it one day to give you an idea what it was supposed to be. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I have been through it all. And ever since Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 came out, I made Catnap, and everyone wanted to know how I make my puppets. Well, you see, I did that. I made a Jax tutorial. But people have not seen that video and they still ask for tutorials. This is why I'm here today. I just want to simply say and explain why I make puppets and why I don't do it as a profit or attention. No, I simply make puppets for one specific reason, and that is entertainment. So, I have an unspoken reason why I make YouTube. Back then, it was mostly just I wanted to make videos, but it kind of still is that. But basically, the reason why I'm here on YouTube is because I want to make memories. Memories from my friends and myself, and for you guys to go back to every so often, just to have a good time. That is why I'm here on YouTube. Because I wanted to make videos that are funny or just memorable. Most of them are mediocre and they probably won't be memorable because I'm pretty sure a handful of you guys here have not even watched some of my older videos. But even with that being said, I have been on YouTube for a long time trying to just make goofy memories as time goes on. And I think I'm pretty much succeeding at that. At least not for my audience, but at least for me and my friends. Every so often we would go back and say, hey, that was a funny video. Which, yeah, it was, in our eyes, it was funny. We just liked making stupid videos for you guys, for like everyone back then. But of course, my channel was still like in the thousands and wasn't really that big. And even though I'm a bigger YouTuber now, I still want to make those stupid videos that I made with my friends. Because I remember back when I first hit 100K, or back when I first got big with Catnap and stuff, people were confused why I just randomly uploaded a random video with my friend. That is basically the whole tone of my channel. I don't, if you guys remember, for those who have been around for a long time, I completely switched over to just doing puppet showcases. Not completely, I still have videos that are just normal here and there. Like, you guys still get the PVZ videos and the Sammy Seals Banquet videos and just random SSP movies. But then again, it gets I miss making like videos just for fun, because I've gotten so big that so many people want me to do this and that. It's kind of hard to do that because of the audience that I have. It's so big, so I can't purposely just stop and do something else because I have to give them what they want. So again, that's why I'm here to explain to you guys why I do YouTube and why I kind of don't want to change what I do, because it's not the reason why I'm here. So there are multiple reasons why I make puppets, and I'll get into them. So the first reason is because it gives me something to do. And guys, honestly, I really don't have much to do. The best thing I could do is go for walks with my dog or water our grass, because other than that, I don't have anything to do other than play video games or talk to my friends. Like, I still do those, like I don't have a problem doing those, but like if I have my own spare time doing something, I'm not doing anything. And as of lately, I have been dealing with some anxiety, and it's mostly just from me being stupid and searching up things I shouldn't be looking at. And it's mostly just me getting scared. And if you have been around for my channel, you might know that it's because I'm scared of what Christians say about the end of the world and stuff. That's one of my biggest fears, of when people say doomsday is near. And obviously I have autism, so I can't really like process it. So what I normally do to get over it is search it up on the internet, not in stuff like that. And it's not like I see it everywhere. I hardly ever see it. The only times I do see it is if I interact with those videos a lot, which I do, especially on TikTok, because I never skipped Christian videos on TikTok. So eventually the algorithm was just like, hey, this guy wants to watch all these videos. So they just kept spamming those out to me, and it sparked my anxiety. Now, it's not the main reason. Like, I've made puppets way before I even had that problem, but it is helping. I remember back when it first occurred, I was in so much undesirable like stress and problems. I didn't even eat for a couple of days. It was so bad. But luckily, God has healed me and stuff, and He will heal you too if you struggle. But again, another thing that helped me was making puppets. And it was fun. I remember for the longest time I actually didn't make the puppets because of it, but once I finally did, it felt amazing, guys. I don't know who it was that was my first ever, like not first ever, but like the first puppet I made since I had my anxiety. But whoever it was, they were the beginning of a new era of my life where I basically just move on, or I stop worrying so much about stupid things, and I just do what I want to do. Now, obviously, I have had that feeling for the longest time, but for some reason, as of like a couple months ago, I just had that feeling again, and it just sparked out of nowhere. I don't know why, and it worried me for a little while, but I'm here again, making more puppets, and yeah. But again, it's just these guys making the videos and talking to my friends and mostly making the puppets did help me a lot. So in other words, making the puppets is like a coping mechanism. So yeah, that's one of the reasons, because again, it gives me something to do, because in my spare time I do things I'm not supposed to, as in like search up things I don't want to see. In fact, I don't know if I showed you guys that, but I have stuff up there to remind me not to look at certain things. And it helped for a little bit until I stopped looking at it, but I need to look at it more. Maybe I hang it up on my wall right there, or my ceiling. But another reason why is because if I really love a character, hint, 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 I want to make them, because I kind of have this urge to make something I really, really like, because I just think it's really cool. Like, the Ink Demon. I'm not a big fan. Okay, I really love the design from the Ink Machine, but this one is superior for a bunch of different reasons. Just because it looks a lot more like scary and monstrous in a way, or demonic, whatever. But what I'm saying is that this was the result of me being of me wanting to make something because I really, really wanted to. But of course, I felt guilt for making it because it's a demon, and obviously, like I said earlier, but that's off topic. But like I said, I make characters because I really want to make them. I don't make them just to be like, hey guys, look, I made this old guy from this one Five Nights at Freddy's game. I don't know exactly which one it is, because that's another thing. A lot of people make stuff of characters, but they hardly know who it is. Like the Smiling Critters, for example. I'm pretty sure you guys know who the Smiling Critters are. There's a handful of people who use those guys on YouTube, and they don't even know the gender of Bobby Bear Hug, Hoppy, or Picky. They just call them he's or hims. Like, I'm not trying to be like antisocial or whatnot, but they are literally girls. And of course, Crafty Corn's the only one they know because she has like the longest hair, and unicorns are just generally girls. So when I make the character, I either make them because I really like the character, or stuff like that. Like for example, my Huggy puppet. Now this wasn't the original Huggy puppet. I actually sold the old one, but when I first made the old one, back when puppet making was like a huge thing for me on TikTok, everyone, and I do mean everyone, was making Huggy Wuggy. And I didn't want to make him yet at the moment because I didn't know who he was. So I went in and I looked at someone playing it or whatever, and I got into it, and then I made him. And then he ended up becoming one of my favorite characters in all of fiction. So honestly, I'm glad I did that. See, that's what I do. And people always ask me to make one-off characters, like characters from Hell of a Boss, or characters from like VR games, or just characters that I don't know anything about. And honestly, guys, just for those who are watching, you may have noticed that I did promise a Serpentious puppet. But guys, I am not interested in Hazbin Hotel anymore. I've just completely lost interest in that show, and I really don't want to make Serpentious anymore. I don't hate Serpentious. He's still the only good character in that show, I think. But in my opinion, I just don't have interest to make certain characters. So that's why the whole example of this Huggy puppet even existing is because, okay, well, the reason for the old Huggy puppet to be existing is a result of me only making characters if I'm interested in it. Like the Dark Crystal, that's a good example too, because when I first heard about the Dark Crystal, I wasn't really too interested. I just liked hearing people talk about it, and it just was visually nice. But until the Netflix series came out, I was in awe of it. I made my favorite character from it, who was Deet. I made 3 of the Skeksis. I want to say they're the 3 main Skeksis. I don't know. But basically what I'm saying is that I only make characters if I know them and or like them. Which is why I've only made Mr. Snake from the bad guys and not anyone else. I mean, I like those characters, but Mr. Snake is my favorite. And yeah. So, and now I'm gonna move on to the next category. Puppets I make because I need to. Now, excuse me. Sammy and Edge Springtrap is a example of this. Now, Edge here is not my own character. He's actually a character from my good friend Godzilla Afton Ultima. He made him with his girlfriend and stuff, and basically came up with a bunch of like things and stuff. I like that, but I never had the urge to make him yet. I did make an old one, but I just made him just because, so Sammy can have someone to sit with. But this is a new one that I specifically made for Sammy Skill's Big Top Banquet, because he was supposed to be, he was always meant to be a character in it since season 1, like the midpoint in season 1. But this was basically the result of something I needed. And Sammy here is also the result, kind of okay. So there was another incarnation of Sammy who was just a simple, like, puppet. It was kind of ugly, but then I lost control of it because I basically made it where like the mask and the suit was removable, so it was like an actual animatronic in a way. Obviously, it didn't actually move and stuff, but you get the point. And what I did in it was basically it didn't last very long. But then I realized I wanted to bring Sammy back. But at the time, his name was Landon the Lizard, so ew. So I wanted to bring him back, but how? Then I was like, I can make a horror series of him. So I remade him, and this is the current one. And then I made everyone else into puppets. It was cool. It was a really interesting origin of it. I just was like one day, hey, what if I made a horror series with this character I made up? And I did. That's like another needed thing. Now, if you guys have my Instagram, you also know that there's more categories that I did. So one of them was because I need to, which is what I just went over with. So the puppets that I'm gonna be making that I need to are next are Cassie and Gregory from Security Breach. I need them for my FNAF anniversary stuff, and then there's another category of commission and contest winners. If you guys were aware, I did a contest for a fan art contest on my channel, and there were 3 winners. 2 of them, or 3 of them. Okay, one of them, wanted the Ink Demon from Benny the Ink Machine. Another, my friend actually got second place. I don't know exactly what he wanted. And then third place had wanted a ornament of his character, which is what third place was. I was basically just saying whoever gets third place gets an ornament of their character, or of whatever puppet they want. So that was that, and the commission is basically just for someone. I'm not gonna get into it, but this is like a one-time thing for a commission. So I'm just letting you guys know it's actually right up there. It's the Ink Demon from Dark Revival. I'm basically just making a smaller version of that ding dong, and then the final one was just for fun, which was Clyde from Postra, his own character, his OC or whatever. And Harper, basically Sammy's girlfriend, which I can't wait to make her. Because everyone keeps telling me, make her. And I'm like, I can't. Because I don't. I can. I literally have all the colors for her. I just didn't because there was others I wanted to make. And at the end of the day, that's basically what it is. I make things because I either need to, or I want to, or it's a commission or a reason, you know? Like, okay, so like each of these guys kind of serve a purpose. These 2 are for my series, and these 2 are just for my series. This one is just my placeholder character. So like he's there if I need to talk and stuff. This is a horrible voice for him. I just sound like I need a bunch of smoke. Anyways, then we got these 4. He's kind of separate, but we'll get into that. Chomper was made because Chomper was like the second Plants vs Zombies plushie I made. At first, it was just me making Plants vs Zombies plushies because I really fell in love with Garden Warfare 2. And Huggy, you already know this origin. Bonnie, just because it's Bonnie. I love Bonnie. She's my favorite character of all time. Izzy, because she's also one of my favorite characters. She went through so many revamps on her face and her legs. And if I could show you guys what that looks like, you guys can just go on my Instagram. I'll probably put a link in the description. You guys should follow my Instagram, actually, because there's actually a lot on there. I tease puppets on Instagram before I reveal them on YouTube. So, yeah. And then Bumblebee here is basically just a category of puppets I like to play with. So, guys, I am gonna turn 20 in August, and I still play with things. I have a problem. I'm just kidding. Honestly, don't feel shy of doing it. Honestly, playing with the Transformers specifically is honestly really fun. Because again, it's basically just puppets that I made just because I feel like I want to, so I can have like something to do. Because I could play with these guys, But sometimes some of them are just nice to look at, like the FNAF ones. I don't, obviously, I'm not trying to diss on Bonnie or anything. Like, I'm not saying he's a bad puppet, but they're just really nice to look at. And, like, for example, like Springtrap here, he's just really nice to look at. He's not a result of just one to look at. I didn't make him because he is one of my favorite characters. But now he actually is serving a purpose to use in videos, which I will get to eventually. And then the Ink Demon was basically just for fun. I made him because I really wanted to. And yeah, Bumblebee, I don't use him in videos that much, but I play with him. He's a really fun puppet to have. But yeah, that's like, I don't do, okay, like, if you guys can get the hint at this point, I don't make puppets for attention or profit or like to flex on you guys. I simply do this because it's serviceable to the videos I want to make to create memories, and because it's just something to help me with myself, and just overall it just makes you, and now it's serving another purpose. It's making you guys happy. Just seeing all these boogers come into the real world rather than just being a simple Funko plushie. Okay. Sorry, the video cut out, but guys, I have a confession to make. I hate it when people tear up Funko plushies just to use their pattern or to tweak the plushie to make something else. Because deep down, I know every single one of you who are watching this is creative. I have no doubt that you guys are creative, but you guys need that. I can't snap. I don't even know what I'm doing. You guys need that spark. You guys need that spark to ignite it, which I really hope someone finds this and understands that. So not someone specifically, but I hope someone who does this by tearing apart plushies and using them for their own customs. I'm hoping you guys understand that that's not right, because it's not really, you're just tweaking a plush, an already existing plush. Because if you make it from scratch, then I would consider that true artistic appreciation. But like, I see a handful of people cut out the pupils of plushies and use that as if it was embroidered. Now I can't embroider. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying don't make it look like it's embroidered, but it's not. I feel like I feel like when people do that, they basically try to make it look official for them, and not for like how it would actually look. Because a lot of people give the FNAF plushies like mouths and stuff, and like 90% of them don't have mouths or teeth. They just have teeth, as an example for those ding dongs up there. But anyways, like what I'm saying is that all of you can basically do what I do, maybe even better. I bet you someone out there can do it way better. I bet you guys can actually get the right head size for Bumblebee. Yeah, his head's actually too big, but I don't want to change it because I can't. I don't want to change it because, you see, I just love these guys. You know, I don't. Now I love them too much, but yeah, they've basically, these 5 specific, or these 6 basically have become the faces of my channel, just because I love them. I don't, like, you guys are probably wondering why you guys haven't seen Catnap in a while. It's because, like, I love Catnap. He's one of my favorite horror characters of all time, but he's not my favorite. I don't want to just use him because I don't want to feel like one of those people who milk a character to death, because that's just not what I want to do. I just want to make simple videos for you guys, which is why I'm here making these. So again, simply, I'm just simply saying, don't make things for a profit or attention. Make things because you feel like it's right. And that's just what I have to say. I don't know what else to say, guys. I have been on YouTube for not a long time now, but for a long enough to have a goal set. I'm just simply here to make memories for you guys and just have fun. But it's hard to when some people only expect greatness out of you, but that's not what I'm here to succeed. I'm only here to succeed what I am set out to do, and these guys are the key point to that. So, yeah, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Because this was honestly just a video I needed to get off my chest. Because to the world, I just need to say stuff like this because I just really need to. I honestly love you guys so much. I would not be where I am right now if it wasn't for you guys. You guys are honestly the best audience I've ever had. Every time there's like a negative comment, I at this point I feel like people just want to be different, you know? If you're watching this and you want to be negative in the comments, don't. Now I'm not saying that because I don't want hate. I'm simply saying that because you don't have to feel different. You can fit in, okay? And if people don't like that, then frick off to them, not you. But that's what I'm saying. Don't set yourself up for something because then you can inevitably fail. Like when I first started YouTube, I wanted to be monetized and stuff. But as you guys can tell, I don't have it right now. I need to probably get it fixed eventually, but that's not my goal anymore. I literally just do this because you guys are like the best. But I kind of do need the monetization so I can make more puppets. That's why I'm selling them a little bit, but yeah. So, anyways, guys, you are the best audience I can ask for. You're polite, you're friendly, you're not rude to everyone, you're actually respectful to each other. And hopefully that continues. And if that doesn't continue, then I will lose my respect for whoever decides to disrespect others. But anyways, that's all for today, everybody. I love you all. God bless you. Have a good day or good night. Make good decisions. And, oh, gosh. Goodbye. Yeah.